Many people assume that skin color can reveal a person's full ancestry, but that's not always the case. A few years ago, during Black History Month, at my son's school, something happened that highlighted how easily assumptions can be made. My son was in class that was, predominantly white, and despite the fact that his father is Italian, his teacher, assuming by the way that I look, his mom concluded that because I have a darker complexion, I must be of African, I must, know, what it's like myself, having an African background, and not knowing and assuming that I am not mixed. She decided that my son, based on her assumptions, that my son should be able to speak on what it's like to grow up Black. The truth is, my background is multi-ethnic and racially ambiguous. I was raised within Chinese culture, primarily by my grandfather, who was born in China, along with other grandparents who also came from diverse backgrounds, including Chinese as well. I can speak about the experience of growing up with stereotypes and assumptions, but not from a singular racial identity. My son, who is half Italian, was understandably confused. He came home feeling pressure to talk about something that didn't reflect his personal experience. In reality, his story, like many others, is about growing up Canadian. When I was growing up, we didn't focus on each other's backgrounds. We simply saw each other as friends. As Canadians, we were all invited to one another's homes, shared meals, and celebrated together without thinking twice about where someone's family came from. But in the last decade, it seems like things have changed. Our society seems to be moving backwards, creating more division, placing greater emphasis on our differences rather than what connects us. You might be wondering, how do we inherit DNA? The truth is, we don't inherit all of our parents' DNA. Instead, we receive a random mix. On average, we inherit about 50% from each parent, and roughly 25% from each grandparent. Each full siblings don't inherit the exact same combination of genes. That's why in many families, including my own, siblings can look quite different from one another. It all comes down to how DNA is randomly passed down through generations.